I want to begin today's conversation with a sentence that might make some of you emotional. Ready? You are not confused. You have just stopped trusting yourself. You are not confused. You have just stopped trusting yourself. Because deep down, you actually know. You know when something hurts. You know when something does not feel right. You know when you are exhausted. You know when your boundaries are being crossed. You know when your heart is saying no while your mouth says yes. And yet, you second guess yourself. You overthink. You ask 10 people what they think. You seek reassurance, you delay decisions, you silence your intuition, and slowly you begin believing maybe I don't know. Maybe I can't trust myself. Maybe everyone else knows better. And if that's you, this conversation is for you. I recently spoke to a woman who said, Karishma, I don't even know if my feelings are valid anymore. Genuinely speaking, my heart broke because she was not lacking intelligence. She was not incapable. She was not weak. She had simply spent years disconnecting from her own voice. And I think so many women can relate to this because somewhere along the journey, we stopped trusting ourselves. But how did that happen? Well, most of us grew up hearing things like be a good girl, बहस मत करो, एडजस्ट करो, औरों के बारे में सोचो, think about others, शांति बनाए रखो, keep the peace, है ना? And nobody taught us what do I feel, what do I want, what feels true to me. So we learn to scan the room before scanning our own hearts. And eventually, other people's opinions became louder than our own wisdom. चलो ये एक हो गया. मे बी समवन टोल्ड यू समडे कि तुम ओवर रिएक्ट कर रही हो, यू आर टू सेंसिटिव, डोंट बी ड्रामेटिक. हाँ, इट इज ऑल इन योर हेड, तुम सारा दिन सोचती हो. एंड आफ्टर हियरिंग दैट इनफ टाइम्स you begin questioning your own reality. You stop trusting your instincts. You stop believing your own emotions. And आप सोचते हो कि maybe I am the problem. But your emotions are not weakness. They're information. Your emotions are not weakness. They are information. They are invitations for you to pay attention. उसके बाद third number पे I would like to talk about people pleasing makes you abandon yourself. I want you to notice something. ठीक है? Every single time you say it is okay, when it is not okay, a part of you notices. Okay? Every time you betray yourself to avoid disappointing others, your mind quietly says, I can't rely on her. And over time, self-trust begins to disappear. समझे? उसके बाद आता है perfectionism. And perfectionism disguised as fear. Many women don't make decisions because they're afraid of making the wrong decision. उनको लगता है what if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I regret it later? And that is why they freeze. But here is what I have learned. जो कॉन्फिडेंस होता है ना, कॉन्फिडेंस डज नॉट कम फ्रॉम ऑलवेज मेकिंग द राइट डिसीजंस. Confidence comes from trusting yourself enough to handle whatever happens next. मुझे नहीं आता बट आई कैन हैंडल इट. कुछ गलती हो जाएगी तो भी आई विल हैंडल इट. दैट इज व्हाट गिव्स यू द कॉन्फिडेंस. ओके. उसके बाद फिफ्थ नंबर पे है कंपैरिजन. जो आपको कंपैरिजन होता है ना, इट स्टील्स योर इनर वॉइस. सोशल मीडिया, फैमिली, फ्रेंड्स, experts, everyone seems to have opinion. And slowly you start believing कि उनको आपसे ज्यादा पता है, उनको आपसे ज्यादा बेटर पता है. But here's the truth. People may know their path. Only you know your truth. Only you know what your soul has been whispering to you. ठीक है. सो अब बात आती है कि अब इसको वापस सेल्फ ट्रस्ट को बिल्ड कैसे करोगे. Not through affirmations alone, but through tiny, tiny promises. Keep small promises to yourself. For example, if you say, I am going to rest, rest. If you say, I'm going for a walk, go. If you say, I'm not answering work after any messages after 9 p.m., don't. Every promise kept becomes an evidence that says, I can trust myself. And this is coming from my heart. I truly believe that because I have walked this journey. All right. Okay. Before calling 5 people for advice, I want you to start asking yourself, what do I already know? Pause before asking everyone else. Because you know. You might be surprised by the wisdom you have been ignoring just because dunya. Okay? And let me tell you one more thing. If there is a question that arises in your heart and soul, know that the answer will also be found there. If there is a lock, the key will be somewhere around. What more can you do? You can speak to yourself like someone you deeply love. एक बात बताओ, would you tell your daughter कि you can't trust yourself? तुम तो बहुत इमोशनल हो, you are incapable. Never. You don't speak that way to yourself either. All right? आज से you are not going to speak that way to yourself. Your inner chatter becomes the loudest voice, and you become that. I want to leave you with something. You were never confused. You have simply spent years abandoning your own knowing. And the answer you have been searching for outside have been quietly waiting inside you all along. The woman you are becoming does not need to know everything. She simply needs to trust herself enough to take the next step. एक decision, one boundary, one promise, one act of courage at a time. And slowly, you begin to return home. Not to a newer version of yourself, but to the woman who was always there, who was always waiting patiently for you to believe in her again. Yeah. So tell me honestly, which one do you struggle with the most? Is it trusting yourself? Is it overthinking? Is it seeking approval? Is it fear of making mistakes? I really want to read every single, comment that you're going to share. Leave it in the comments. Leave what do you struggle with the most in the comments. Okay. And if these conversations help you reconnect with yourself, subscribe to this channel, because here at Transforming Lives with Karishma, we are learning how to stop abandoning ourselves emotionally and start coming back home, one conversation at a time. Until next time, remember this: you're not confused, you've just stopped trusting yourself. And the beautiful thing is, self trust can always be rebuilt. Thanks for watching.